And life flashed. I thought about my mom. I thought about all the things I didn't do in life. I'm like, there are more waves to be ridden. More paintings to be painted. My dog.
I'm not.
Hug.
My dog.
Hug, are you there?
Hi, everybody. Oh no! Welcome back to.
Sorry.
And welcome back to Your Art Show. I'm your guest, Sophia, and today I am joined. No, I'm not the guest. That's not me.
Hi, this is my podcast, Your Art Show, by Bevy and Brine.
Oh my God.
I'm glad you could join me in my room.
Do you think I can do the intro for real this time?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do it. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Your Art Show, the podcast. I'm your host, Sophia, and today that was great. There you go. Yeah.
That was good. That was good. That sounded really good.
And today I'm joined with a guest I've been very excited about all day long, is Brooke of Bevy and Brine. And she's a local artist here, and I'm going to let her tell you about herself. But yeah, say hello to the 12 viewers.
Hello.
Okay. All right. The first questions I like answering just to get a sense of the room, if there's no video that you're watching, is what are you wearing? What are we drinking? And what is your favorite thing in the room? Besides me.
I am wearing a very sexy knee brace.
She had a really hard time getting up my stairs.
It took a while.
Yeah, it took a minute. It was
Drinking.
cute. It was great.
A very delicious homemade margarita.
Yes.
By yours truly.
She requested tequila because, in her
unquote.
words, it makes her silly. So I was like, perfect. I'll get as much tequila as you want. Perfect. I love that for us. Okay. I love that. Okay. And then what's your favorite thing in the room?
I think it's either Connor.
Oh, I love that. Yes, Connor is also here with us. My producer, making sure that we don't blow your eardrums out.
Yes.
Any more
with
than
our cackles.
humanly possible.
Or your shirt.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I like my shirt, too.
It's enhancing the milk bags.
The milk bags. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the way my milk bags look in this weird tank top
looks
I bought.
very good.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. You know what? I really like that answer. My favorite thing in the room besides people... I have to pick something different because I'm always in this room. Mm-hmm. Probably my Vote Ladybird little...
That's very cute.
Stitched and belt... What do you call that? I'm forgetting the name. Yeah, so are you. We're just gonna...
You can't put two artists in the room and expect things to...
Oh, this is... Yeah.
Embroidery!
Yeah. Oh, thank you. An embroidery. Yeah. It's... I bought it from a little Instagram artist. I'll tag her below because I can't remember her tag, but she's, like, fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
amazing. They're wearing little, like...
Yeah, it's from...
dresses.
Yeah, it's from the movie Lady Bird, and it's just my favorite thing. Okay. All right, let's just move into some questions that I got on Instagram earlier, which was very cool. Thank you for everybody who asked a question. The first one is from BertBoy610, one of my favorite question askers. And he asks, what's your favorite color?
This question... Gulp.
Oh, God, I'm sweating.
This question has given me anxiety since birth.
Me too. It actually, like, when people ask me what my favorite color is, I'm
really nervous. Yeah.
I have to have a good answer because I care a lot. And then I start to,
color is everything.
Yeah. I start to literally question, like, my whole identity. Yeah. I'm like, oh my, what is my favorite color? Holy shit. I don't know.
Simply put, like, where I'm like, okay, I have to answer and don't think too much into it is, like, the color of my pants, which is kind of like...
A light cauliflower blue?
Yeah.
It's like a little
vintagey, dusty blue. I love love that.
Yeah, love that too.
But
It's one of my favorite colors.
if I think too much about it, it gives me anxiety because I feel bad for the rest of the colors.
Yeah, I feel like I'm leaving them out,
Yeah.
and I love them all almost equally.
They all have their own personalities, and they bring so much to the table.
Are there any colors that you hate?
That I hate.
I have a few.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
You have beef with some colors.
I have.
That's okay.
Okay. I'm trying to calm down right now.
Deep breaths after talking about purple.
Jeez, all right.
Oh, stressed.
I can't breathe right now.
Purple.
I'm sweating. Like I'm still sweating. Okay. All right. From Katie Pomeroy. That's a very hard thing to say. Katie, I'm sure you know who you are. The biggest lesson that you've learned.
Whoa.
I know that's a big question that I'm like, I don't even know how to answer that.
Whoa.
Biggest lesson that I've learned. I'll just start.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Maybe
do that.
not my biggest, but I'll just go with I'm my own worst enemy. I'm the only one standing in my way. And people used to say that to me all the time, like, you're the only one standing in your way. And I'm like, so are clients that are, like, super annoying to work with, so I don't really know how to answer that. But it really is, like, you kind of stand in your own way. I stand in my own way a lot. And when I, like, get mad at other things, like, my biggest lesson was, like, it was probably mostly you. And let's take responsibility for a minute, but...
Wow.
So it was your biggest...
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess, I mean, honestly, I would, like, as you were talking, I was, like, not that I was, like, not listening.
But I was, like, also just thinking about me. That's also one of my biggest lessons. I don't listen to people while they're talking. I'm just thinking about my own shit the whole time.
Right.
So there it is.
No, I think it inspired me. I think I listened and I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I would have to agree. Like, I think that just being open, open to, like, learning and growing is such a great thing to learn how to do.
It's a hard thing to learn how to do, to be, like, open to growing, learning, expanding, and being more comfortable with that as you go up. Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it comes from, like, it has to come from a very humble place.
Yeah.
And that is a lesson learned, like, because I think we all go through certain seasons where, like, I know what's right and I know what to do and, you know, and I
thought I knew everything at 18.
Oh, totally.
And I just know less and less every year that I...
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, oh, I knew less. I learned so much this year, but I know less than I did last year because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything.
Right. And that's, I mean, yeah, I just turned 29. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, like I was kind of like reflecting on the past years and I just was like, this is so funny. It's like backwards. Because I'm like, okay, I'm 29 and I feel like I know literally what you just said. Like, I feel like I know less, but like, I feel like I've grown more and like learned so much more about myself in the past few years, and I think that's like such a good lesson to learn, like over just like at some point in life, is to just be open and like just like how much each person that you may interact with throughout your day-to-day life could how it could help you or not, but like just to be open to what everyone has to offer and to bring and not putting yourself above others.
And especially when it comes to art, it gets like really sketchy with like how to still do that.
Yeah, you definitely have, I think first and foremost you have to be confident in yourself in the way that is like obviously like not prideful, but then like be at this like place where you're like, I'm open to like receiving or like hearing everyone out and then deciding like, okay, do I agree with that or do I not, and like does that, you know, inspire me or does it not? And you know, but you definitely need to know who you are before you get to that point, I think.
Yeah, I think as like freelance artists, you're constantly riding a line between pride and confidence, and you're trying to just be confident in your work and say like, this is how much I'm worth, this is how much you have to pay me, if not, that's fine, but that's like how much it costs, and this is the kind of work I want to do.
Right.
Sometimes you have to do it for a paycheck, but sometimes like you can say no to things because you want to do things that inspire you,
right,
that is worth your time, and those are like very hard. I'm like, is this because I'm being prideful, or is it because I'm being confident? Like,
Right.
I don't even know. Like, you have to decide
such
for
a
yourself
balance.
every time you make that decision.
Every single time.
Yeah, every single time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we didn't talk about what kind of artist you are. Let's go into what kind of art you do, just to give everybody like a little bit of a taste if they don't know already.
Yeah. I guess I like overall would say illustrator. But I think that like something I struggled with as an artist ever since I can remember was like, my identity in art. And that label of like, what do you do? Are you a painter? Are you this
You're
or
an
that?
artist. What are like the 3 words that describe you?
Right. And I always felt so much pressure and just like loss of identity of like how to do that. And like now as of late, I've just realized that I think I am a lot more than just like a painter, like, and I feel good about that. Like, I do a lot with resin and mixed media and photos and like fucking shrinking inks and like, and like, that's just me. Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
She has also started making bucket hats. Yeah. And like,
I guess I make hats.
I make hats now. Like,
I'm the hat lady.
I saw her at the coffee shop the other day and she's like, I guess I make hats now. And I was laughing because it's like, you know what? I just started making something I like and people wanted to buy it. So like, I'm stoked. Now I do this. And like, that's so cool just to decide you're like this whole new little, like this whole little corner of what you do now. Like you just get to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. I love that. You're just like, I guess I do this now.
Yeah.
Like,
and there's so much freedom in that. And like, I actually really admire people who like, I don't want to say like just, but like who do
like one thing.
Right. Yeah. And they really master that one thing. And I really have never been that type of person, and I really like had a hard time with that for so long, but like I'm also so scatterbrained and like so distracted. I get bored so easily, and so to me I'm like, that's super fun and inspiring to me to like learn how to do new tasks. And then it also like introduces me to a lot of other people, collaborating with people and doing like using photos of like local people and whatever, and that's like a huge part of me too, is like I love people and working with people, and so
that's so cool. I really hate people, so that I'm like so happy for
okay.
you. Like
I understand. That's okay.
No, actually, I do. Like a lot of people that I work with, I actually do enjoy it quite a bit. There are certain clients that I just really love working with.
I mean, for sure.
I like some of them have turned into my friends.
Yeah.
Some of them I never want to really talk to again.
Absolutely.
Like no offense, but I'm just like, it's fine if we go our separate ways.
It's fine if we just email.
Yeah, you just a couple emails and that's fine. And that's really cool. That brings us to another submission that I totally did not need to include.
Yeah.
But it's from Sarah H4. It's not pronounced that way, but whatever. It says, no Q or A, just that Sophia's my fashion icon.
Oh, I love it.
And I just needed to include that because, like, absolutely, I should be your fashion icon. Honestly, this made my day. This made my whole day.
I was thinking that today, actually. Honestly, as I was dressed in all boy clothes, I was watching your story, and you're like, and I'm like, wow, I admire that. Could never do it.
It just hits you on a day and all of your regular comfy clothes are dirty, so you have to wear the nice clothes, and all of a sudden you look like way nicer and your hair's just super greasy.
Shoot, I look good.
You're like, oh my gosh, like look at me right now. I was gonna say, like, I feel like me as an artist leaks into a lot of different stuff.
Oh, it totally does.
And the way I express myself, and I love it when people just like don't give a flying fuck what they're wearing, what they're doing. Like, people that are kind and nice and funny, but like totally go off the rails with everything else. I'm like, how do you do it? I want to be just like you. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, that's do a very good job. No, you do a very good job at it.
That's my attempt, I guess. I'm constantly, I feel like, going to be chasing that, but
no, you're killing it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, someone asked, I have no idea how to say that username. I can't say it. But how to be consistent in making art. She said she's dealing with a lot of creative block. So, how do you stay consistent in making art all the time? Like, artists are just people. Like, it's really hard to be, like, not a machine. I can't produce every second, but there are things that, like, you learn to get over your creative block. How do you do that?
I actually love this question because I think it's like something that so many people struggle with.
And like you don't have to be an artist to like struggle with this.
Yeah, anyone deals with this.
I feel like it's the same for many professions. How do you deal with when you're just like, I love my job, but like I cannot do it this hour.
Yeah.
Like I can't do it today. I don't know what it is. Like, is there anything crazy that you do to like try to get yourself in a creative mindset?
No, actually. I honestly, the best advice is to just be and like let it be. And that sounds super like hippie of me, but like I truly believe like, because a lot of people have asked me this question over the past year especially, and it's not, I don't believe, and you know, God bless the people who are, but like I don't believe that that's the way we're supposed to work. Like just produce. And I find there is so much beauty in those times where you're quote unquote uninspired, and we tend, I think, to like get anxiety and stress and be like, oh my gosh, what now? Like, oh my gosh, this is the season I'm scared of, and like you get scared and nervous, and you're like, oh no,
I don't feel creative. I don't know what to do. I can't produce like I was doing it like 2 months ago. Like 2 months ago, I could like wake up in the morning and do like 4 drawings, and I was like so on top of it. Then I'd like go get lunch, and I was like so on top of it. Now I like draw 2 lines, and I just feel dead inside, and now I feel like less of a person because I can't.
And so I think my advice always is to like let it be, because I think that's when there's a big shift in your art and what you're inspired by, because obviously, so these things happen, these seasons happen for a reason. Yeah. So you're either losing inspiration, there's something blocking it. Those are 2 like huge ones, I think. And so I think just to be, and then to almost like welcome the season of, and not be scared of it.
I like what you said with kind of explore what is blocking it.
Exactly.
That's really cool. I haven't thought about it that way. I'm like, what is blocking it? Every time I've had an artist block, I'm like, like I just like kind of freak out. And sometimes I don't have time to have an artist block.
Like, I mean, when it's your job,
like
that's
rents do, where this is happening, and like I literally don't have time for an artist block. Like I have bills, like there's reality to it. Like there was like people like Picasso who would make so much money, and then he could be dead for 4 months, not doing anything, and then like embrace those times. And like sometimes you just can, and sometimes you can't. You know?
And I think at that point, when it's for your job, like it is for ours, like there are times where you do unfortunately need to disconnect emotionally and just get the job done. So I think that obviously we would love to be emotionally connected to every single piece we produce, but I don't think that's possible.
It's not the reality.
Job. No. So like even that happened to me just the other day, and I was like, all right, same thing, rent's due. I have to earn this like $300 or whatever by the end of the day, and I need to pump out something.
I literally just did that yesterday. I was like, I need to do this. I need to make sure I get this commission, because like I'm in the negative. I need to do this. Like there's times where you have to kind of do that. And what I do when I'm in that zone is that I kind of say like, I'm thankful for those times that I was so stoked on art, and then I could find even a piece of it. So I find a piece of it to like get myself through
Interesting.
So I'm like, I find a piece of it, and I'm like, I can use even a little bit of it to get me through, like working on something to get myself through. Because I know some artists that are like, if I'm not inspired, I won't work. And I'm like, that's really great. Like, awesome. That's the best way to work as an artist.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we just don't have that, you know, flexibility. We don't have that. If you make it more of your career, you don't have that freedom all the time.
Right.
So, like, I have to do crazy things sometimes. I have to, like, wake up early in the morning, or I have to, like,
You have to make it for yourself.
I have to work really hard. I don't have, like, a perfect answer for it, but I have to work really hard to find that a little tiny spark of inspiration so I can get back to something. Yeah. And usually I have to do something different. So I guess to answer the question of how do you keep going when you don't have inspiration or when you feel kind of dead that way, I have to do something really different. I have to get outside. I have to wake up super early. I have to draw something that I usually don't. I have to paint in a different medium. I have to kind of like switch up what I'm doing in my brain so it kind of reconstructs, so I'm not just like stuck in one weird place. Yeah. So I can keep going.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always work. Right. But sometimes it does.
And that's, you totally have to figure out what works for you. Like, it's such a personal question of like what inspires you, and like making lists of that. And then if you're not feeling inspired at all,
make
it's just
lists, write it down.
Yeah.
For me, it's going outside, being at the beach, waking up early, being alone, doing weird shit, wearing extremely weird outfits in like a very chill, cool, conservative cafe while I'm like doing some weird little drawing of some girl with her boobs out. My shit. I love that.
And like, that works. Like,
it works for me.
Yeah. But I guess overall, just don't be scared of it. Don't welcome it. It happens. And I think too, like, art really is, I do believe it's an expression of your soul. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, if there is something blocking that you need to deal with and like break through. Yeah. Sister.
Your sister. Brother, sister. I love it. Okay. So we have one from, I like saying it this way, not knowing, it's Cesar36. I just like saying it that way, Cesar. Cesar. If you could have any food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, fun. I love food.
Peeps.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, Yak Central. Yak USA.
You're talking about your sip of your tequila. Peeps. I'm also super down for M&Ms. I'm also down for Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo pasta. Wow. I'm also down for steak tartare only forever. Just raw meat in different forms. That was not appropriate.
Honestly, if I was...
Sorry about it, but also the truth. What would you have?
What you explained, honestly, TBH, would be my literal hell. Have you seen The Good Place?
Yes! It's one of my favorite shows. Have you been watching the new season?
I think so.
You have to?
I think so. Since I broke my leg,
Oh, we can watch the whole thing later for our sleepover.
Okay.
Yay! Okay. Sorry, that's... No one watches this fucking show.
Oh, yeah, it's brilliant.
It's so good.
I mean, I loved it.
It makes me happy.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, my God. What's the main guy with the white hair?
He's great. What is his name?
I made Joe and Jordan go take a picture with him at an event.
I saw that.
Yeah, okay, because I literally told him I will break up with you if you do not get a picture with him for my wallpaper.
Good girl.
Oh, he cured my depression.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, good.
I'm really glad.
Good for you. That's nice.
Sometimes I say things with the wrong, voice inflection. Is that how you say it? And then people are like, "Are you such a jerk or not?" And I'm like,
when you're a little bit of a jerk, it makes me like you more. Is that weird? Like, I'm not even kidding. Like when you're like, I'm like, I like this.
Yeah, I believe
bitch.
that.
I really do. Whenever you're just being like so raw, but it's almost like you look around and you're like, is that okay to say? And I'm like,
absolutely, yes it is.
Yeah, yes it is, absolutely.
Okay, me too, please. Yeah. Favorite food? Oh my gosh, I think like when I think about this sounds so dumb, so classic, basic. I'm not basic, I swear.
Don't just do it.
But ever since I was little...
Speak your truth. Hurry up and speak your truth.
Do
it. Just like live like your soul. Let it like come out of your throat, out of your mouth, and like feel it.
Fine.
It'll turn into autumn leaves to stomp on
fruit.
all autumn.
Pumpkin spice lattes.
So your favorite food? It's pumpkin spice lattes.
Ew!
Get out of my house.
Barf. I would throw up all over this microphone.
I don't like the obsession with them. Like really.
Never had one, to be honest.
I think I've had a sip of one. I don't think I've ever ordered one. I think I've been like, that's fine. That tastes fine.
I think I would die from
everyone just logged off.
Like, I know. Everyone's like, bye. Beep boop bop.
Beep boop bop. Bye.
Well, okay. Just to go into this, I have been dealing with a parasite for the past 3 years.
I love that.
So I also I love that. Is that the new diet? I love it. Is that you guys so skinny?
How can I have half of it put it into my body?
Can you get me one? Oh my gosh, I tried that. Didn't work
if that's
for me.
how you get your legs, I'll do anything.
Oh my gosh. You love my legs.
I hate to objectify you like this, but every picture of your legs I don't know what it is.
Oh my
It's the
gosh.
proportion. It's
Oh
the
my
lines.
gosh.
It's something about it where I just kind of like whip a nanny by myself.
Oh.
I love it. I love your fucking legs.
Wow.
Love them. The pictures
Thank
of you surfing with it gleaming and, the
yeah.
sun. Fuck, dude, your legs are great.
Wow. Thank you so. That's really nice.
I love them. Like, I really do.
Wow.
Like, oh, my legs are shit. Like, I love them.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love them. Sorry.
Thank you.
So your favorite food?
Fruit.
Food.
No.
Oh, fruit. Oh, she likes fruit, guys. That's what she was trying to say. She can't breathe because she's laughing so hard if you did not.
Sorry. My favorite food is fruit.
You literally will just like eat a banana and strawberry and like you're just like
I love
fuck you.
I know, I'm really sorry.
Absolutely fuck you.
I know, I'm sorry.
I mean, I love what the fuck?
I
like,
know.
what's wrong with you?
I know. Ever since I was little, like I walk into a grocery store and I'm like the fruit and I get butterflies and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I've never hated you more. And like I'm so angry right now.
I
I'm not
know.
even angry, but I'm like close to anger right now.
I've never liked pizza, never liked like
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also, to be fair, I've also dealt with a lot of friggin' health issues, okay? All right, I've tried really hard to get these legs. They don't come naturally.
My apologies for shaming your fruit love and making
Thank you.
like the healthy part of your life something that you love. By the way, that's great. I'm just jealous. This is pure like unadulterated jealousy.
Thank you.
This is just the devil's work. It's
Yeah,
nothing. It's there's no shame on you. It's just the devil's work. Do not worry. I walk into a grocery store,
Right.
like you look at fruit.
Right.
I look at fruit and I go, oh, I should. And then
Right.
I look at raw
And you're like
shrimp.
the devil's on your shoulder.
Yeah, and then I look at like a
loaf.
loaf of bread, and all I want to do is take a piece out of the
Right.
backyard, lay it down on the
Never
grass,
liked
look at
the
the
bread.
sky, and just eat
Never
a piece
liked
of bread.
Yeah.
I know there are people out there who just grabbed a slice of bread, walked in their backyard in their childhood, and just ate a piece of bread and just had like a godly moment. You just like chill and eat a piece of bread.
You know, I feel that exact same thing having a big bowl of freshly wrapped
I haven't been this
mangoes.
jealous of someone in a long time. That sucks. Okay.
Fresh, juicy mangoes. Fresh. So good.
Yeah.
So juicy. I just bite into it and it's so good.
Oh, okay. I have
God's nectar candy. Sometimes I rub it all over myself. Connor. Enough! You're making me swoon.
Connor's touching his nipples like a lot. Like, a lot right now. A lot. Oh, I can't stop sweating, but I feel like that's my just constant state of being. Okay. I have a question from Lauren Blessing Poor something. I don't know how to say that.
Sorry.
I hate trying to pronounce things that are just one giant word. I don't know when to stop. It's fine. But she asks, how do I sell a painting while I'm still in art school? And so this is a fun fact. So, Bevy, did you go to art school?
I sure did.
You did?
I sure did, sweetie.
Where did you go? And
The Art Institute of Costa Mesa.
for how many years?
Well, I went for 1.5.
1.5.
And I said, I'm out of this popsicle joint.
We're just gonna blow this popsicle stand,
Yeah,
never fucking talk
that's
about
what
it again.
That's how you say
That's
it. Yeah.
great. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that off because no one likes that. I like it a lot. I also went to art school. I got a bachelor's in fine arts. I went for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and thank you for saying wow because it was blood, sweat, and tears, and I barely made it out alive.
That is so hard.
It was very hard. Thank you. I'm gonna clap for myself, okay?
Pat
'Cause
yourself on the back.
that was a lot.
That's really
But I
insane.
did the full thing. I lived in San Francisco. I went to the Academy of
Whoa.
Art. I did the whole thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. It was like that moment that just happened where it's like, you're Beyonce. And she goes, thank you. Like, I didn't know that. I'm like, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
You're Beyonce. Thank you.
Oh.
Awful. Disgusting.
I love it so much.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I had to sell paintings in art school because your girl was broke. Everyone in art school is so broke.
Yo.
The way I sold paintings in school is that I turned some school projects into prints that I could sell, and people would send me a PayPal or literally send me a check for like $20.
That's how we used to do it in our days.
Yeah, send me a check for $20 or $25 because shipping.
My day.
Yeah, I know. And then I'd go to the post office, I'd walk it down, I'd make a print, and then I'd ship it out. And it was so much work for $20.
Yeah, so much work.
But I needed a burrito so I could do the rest
Girl
of my
needs
schoolwork.
burritos, yeah.
Yeah, you just have to do that.
Food.
I'm feeling the feeling of me having to pee coming on, and it's making me like very anxious. It's fine. Okay, so that's it for those questions. I'm loving it. There was one other that I'm trying to look for right now. Can we take a little intermission while I pee and make myself get another drink?
How I sold things.
Oh, let's do that.
And you can go.
Let's do that. Oh yeah, it's not all about me. You know what? Sometimes I forget.
You're Beyonce.
You know what?
You're Beyonce.
I had such a low, so I had like a fake confidence for a long time in my life, and then it dipped a lot in like high school, college, and then I resurged where I almost overshot it.
Yeah.
And so now it's either I hate myself or I fucking love myself.
Yeah.
There's just, and it just like
extremes.
Fluctuates day to day. Yeah, it's like extremes. So it's either like I'm Beyonce or I am the dirt you walk on.
That's hard. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard. It's a hard life.
It's a hard life. It also makes me kind of an asshole. But you know what? I love that about myself. See how I did that?
See how I did that? See how I dealt with that?
Again, I'm going to pee. So, Brooke, you go ahead and answer
I just turned one hair scrunchie into 2.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Okay, yeah. I started selling art in high school, actually. Weird thing, mine started. I'm just gonna talk while she's gone.
Yeah.
You can just take it out.
No, it's fine because I did this last time.
Oh, cool.
It's so awkward.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm like, who am I talking to? Connor. Hey, Connor.
Hi.
So, just in case you were wondering, in high school, I actually started selling things. Weirdly enough, it started with me painting on Tom's shoes.
No kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I painted on a pair of my own, and then people were like, oh, I want that. So then that was before the custom style your soul thing for Tom's. That's actually how I got my first big gig was with Tom's. And I went on tour with them around California or like the Southern Coast and styled shoes for people. It was insane. But I just I think that was back in the Facebook days, and I just posted something and was like, hey, this is for sale. I also do custom stuff, and just threw it out there. There's nothing wrong with just throwing it out there.
You could, by the way, I'm back.
Wow, that was really fast.
I'm the fastest peer on planet Earth.
Did you seriously go?
Yeah. Full on. Yeah.
Wait, all the way downstairs?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I'm
amazing.
done. I have to pee so often. Yeah.
Secret
No, there's not.
goes right to the bathroom.
There's not. I'm a fast peer. It's just who I am.
That was insane.
Yeah, that's what people say. They're like, you were gone for literally 2 seconds. Are you okay? And I'm like, why does...
I thought you literally just hid behind them and you're like, hi, I'm back. Joke's on you.
People...
Awkward for the guests?
No, people think I'm crazy, but I'm like, what are you doing in the bathroom for so long? Do you sit down, you look at yourself in the mirror, you have a pep talk, you do a whole thing? I'm like, I don't waste time.
Instagram.
Yeah, I don't waste time.
Yeah, I love it.
I used to have major FOMO as a kid. I couldn't even miss out on 1 second of something.
Oh.
So I would run, pee as fast as I can, and then run back.
Would you get UTIs from that? I would.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hold my pee because I'm like, I have to play Crash Bandicoot one more time.
Yeah, I actually developed problems because of my FOMO and not wanting to pee when I was hanging out with my friends. Oh, absolutely.
Hence my one kidney.
All that.
I'm not kidding.
Oh yeah, Brooke has one kidney. We're not gonna go into it. We're just gonna tell you. She has one kidney.
Moving on.
I love that. I love that. I have one kidney. Just one. You only need one.
You only need one.
Isn't there?
I like to live life on the edge.
Isn't there things you have to do because you only
Yeah.
have one kidney?
Yeah.
What are like the top couple of things you have to do if you only have one kidney?
Well, I definitely
Not that
have to
anyone
drink
cares but
lots
me,
of
but-
water.
Okay.
I get UTIs all the time.
Love that. Great.
Yeah, especially being in a wetsuit all day with the
Oh, that's fun.
the stank
Yeah,
and
all the fun
the
stuff.
mold and
Being a lady is just like
it's
just
really
the joy of my life.
Fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Fun. Like the fun is the one word I think of when I
Yeah.
come. Being late, just fun.
Dude, it's insane.
Just fun. Just
Yeah.
problems every 2 seconds.
Every
like
2
there's just
seconds.
there's a new problem.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Okay, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Did you just go pee?
yeah.
Maybe because I have a broken leg, I'm like really in that slow-mo mode.
Like, did you?
I'm like, wow, must be nice to run downstairs.
Brooke has a knee brace and she's hobbling everywhere, and it's maybe the cutest thing I've seen.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I love it. It's
That's
like
good.
it's endearing.
Oh, good.
A fun question that I only want to visit for 1 second because
okay.
I could go on this forever,
Okay.
but another question from BertBoy610
Mm-hmm.
is what's your guys' least favorite Star Wars movie? I only accept correct answers. Thanks.
Oh.
The Clone Wars can like suck a butt. I hate that movie. I hate that. I'll watch it right now, but I hate that movie. Do you have an answer? You don't have to have one, but I have a very strong one. I hate the Clone Wars. I would like to know your correct answer later. I hope. Yeah, grow up.
Alex, grow up! Get out of your mom's basement! Meatloaf Rob!
He's like, okay, I will.
He's like crying. Sorry, Alex.
Sorry, Alex. No, Alex is a star.
what's your favorite fruit? Correct answer only.
Okay, this one also comes from Lauren Blessingsport. I don't know how to say her name. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
We're fine.
I learned how to read, but again, a quote from New Girls. I don't know if I learned how to read or if I just memorized a lot of words.
I love New Girl. I fall asleep to it every night.
Good. It's the only thing that like calms me down.
Me
sometimes.
too.
It's the only thing that calms me down.
I'm just switching positions.
It's fine. Yeah,
sorry.
just switch positions. You're all
Sorry,
good, girl.
Connor.
Sorry.
How's this one?
I apologize.
This one just feels right now, so
It's perfect.
this feels right.
Someone asked, how many hours do you paint a week?
Oh, gosh. Oh. Well, when the waves are good, 0. When I break my leg, 24/7.
24/7.
Yeah, it honestly so depends. My life is very not consistent.
Yeah, I feel like me too. It just really
and
like
I love it that way. So it's like I'm either like surfing and that's all I'm doing, or like I'm sitting down to do this and like to paint.
yeah.
And that I've just accepted like that's just how I am. I don't really try and put a limit. Like I definitely do something creative
Yes.
every day, but whether that be like painting, it's never really like it's never been that way for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're really good at that.
Thank you. I try really hard to because I know I've found myself to be more of a content person if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just for me or if it is for a client, I try to find something in a way where I can like do a little art commission, I do a little pet portrait, I do a little something.
Right.
I doodle, and sometimes I'm totally procrastinating because I have to do something for myself.
Yeah.
Definitely an issue, but I have to. I just
Yeah,
literally
you
have
gotta
to.
do what you gotta do.
From another artist I know, he says I hate multitasking. So like I hate like painting and then having to like go do regular life stuff and then go back to painting and then do whatever.
No.
Yeah, it's really hard to multitask because you're best
very
when
bad
you're
at it.
fully into what you're doing.
Yeah.
I have one question to repeat from the last podcast.
Mm.
Is there anyone in your life that still believes that you as an artist, you being an artist, is illegitimate? An illegitimate way to live? Like, and like your friends, family, like anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes. And moving on, yes.
Yeah, it's
How do you combat that, or at least like this little idea of mine makes it feel better when that happens to me?
yeah, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
And that goes for any type of art.
Yeah,
That
any
you're-
type, like
yeah,
an art,
musicians.
like musicians, artists, like people who do comedy. Like I call them comedy artists. Like
It's
straight up.
no, yes.
It totally is. Like
It
people who
is.
do like acting or any type of like self-expression. It's really hard to nail down, and there's always going to be people who don't really believe it's like a full-on career because you're not clocking in and out. So like,
But you know what's so funny is like who in this world can say that they don't enjoy any type of art?
that's
Like
a really good point.
yeah, so it's like those might probably be the same people who are ragging on their daughter or whatever
Yeah.
for making it their career.
Yeah.
And so it's like to me, I think about like how many artists, whether that be like music or even like different surfers or like you said, comedians, that influence me and bring so much like joy and life and inspiration to me every single day, that make life fun and worth living. And they have a huge impact on my life. And what if they chose not to do it?
Life would be so boring.
So terribly
it would be
boring.
colorless.
Yeah.
It would just be kind of like just the worst. And I don't think a lot of people realize how much art is in their lives. Whether it be the logo that was
Yeah.
designed for their company,
Right.
whether it be like a random mural that made your work, like your work
More
your-
tolerable.
Yeah, your walk to work more tolerable. Somebody made a cool shirt that you're like just stoked to wear. You don't think that like someone was really like working hard to make themselves like
Yeah.
a working artist to do so.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'll be battling, like I think I said this last podcast, I'll be battling this until I die. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's some form of it that like, which sucks, but it's just kind of the reality. You're gonna have to battle that constantly.
Right.
Some
Well, and I
people are
think
like, yeah, like I'm just like against the status quo. I don't even care. I'm an artist. I'm crazy. Like even those people are like, I wish it was like a little bit more like
Yeah.
respected or.
well,
you know.
I think what I like said before earlier too, like so much comes from having like inner peace with yourself. So like even just realizing that it's not your battle to even fight, that's theirs. So like that's their outlook on life, and that's fine that they can think that way, but like you know what's good for you, and then getting to that point where you actually do know what's good for you and letting it not affect you and
Yeah.
be like, dude, you're not living my life, I am. And I know that I need to do this, you know?
And I know that I really do contribute to the world with what I'm doing.
Right.
And sometimes when you wake up in the morning, when you're doing a weird little sketch, it's only you in the room who believes
Right.
that.
Right.
And that's actually really hard. Like,
Yeah.
that's actually a very hard thing sometimes. Sometimes it's the easiest thing. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm contributing. I know what I'm doing is right. I know that I need to do it for myself. I know that people like what I'm doing. I know I can make money, but I can also live my life and I can feel like my, like, most expressed self, and that's really important. And then there's some days where I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? Okay. Like, they're just like, it just fluctuates on
Yeah.
different days. It really does. But I think what keeps artists like going is like knowing that what we're doing is important.
Right, yeah. And like not everyone's gonna get it. You're not gonna reach everyone with it, you know, just like music, like not everyone is gonna like that genre or whatever.
Not everyone's gonna like that one song you made.
Yeah.
You know, you're not Justin Bieber. It's not the thing, you know?
Exactly.
I don't know anyone who really hates Justin Bieber's music, and if they do, I think they're
Catchy
lying.
as hell.
It's catchy as hell. You can't lie. It's
Yeah.
catchy as hell.
Yeah.
Makes me real happy. I'm a big advocate for Justin Bieber
Yeah,
now.
it's great.
He's going through a really big growth process that I'm really like
Oh.
following close, you know,
Yeah,
and he's just
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
be like the best man and husband
Yeah.
he can be, and it's
Oh,
like
it's a
sick
hard
as
life.
fuck.
It's a hard life. It's
a
hard.
hard life, man.
Yeah.
It's a hard life.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, and it's a short life, you know, life is so short, and that sounds cheesy, but it's like, what is life without doing what you love? And like, to me, like, I think what it comes down to is that the roughest days where I'm like, is this worth it? Does anyone actually like me? No.
No, I think that
is
I'm like,
my
does
existence
anyone care?
important? Yeah. You know, just those
just
thoughts.
those, like, super chill thoughts.
Yeah,
of,
those
like,
normal
do
thoughts.
people give a fuck at all? Sometimes I think, like, I still think when people buy art, I'm like, are you doing this because you hope I don't
Right.
starve to death?
Right, but it
Or
is
do you
what it
actually
is.
like it?
It's
Yeah.
money in your pocket,
Yeah.
and it's their choice. But yeah, it's just like, okay.
It sounds bad, but it's, like, really how we have to operate.
It is. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, to me, my, like, freedom to surf whenever I want or hang out with my friends whenever I want and travel is, like, really great. And, like, so to me, I would rather be making art and doing those things and working for myself than working for someone else
Yeah.
and not having those freedoms to, like, live life.
I feel it.
I know
feel
other
that, yeah.
people would be like, oh my gosh, I would hate that. I need a consistent paycheck. That makes me feel more free to, like, travel and, like, you know, do whatever in the
I
future.
live like that right now a little bit. I do. And
Yeah.
I do like a little bit of that consistency. And
Yeah.
I know it's just for a season, but, like, totally.
And that's
I,
where you're at in the season.
You know what? And I envy, like, people who don't have the 9-to-5, like, job. And
Yeah.
then, like, if I get out of it, I would then envy the people who, like, have the
Right,
consistency. So, like,
right.
no matter what, like, grass is always greener.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I was.
Yes.
Oh my queen. Oh my queen. I think that's a really good end note
Yeah.
for this podcast. So anyways.
I think I need to tell one story though.
Oh, do it. Oh,
I
please.
almost died the other day.
No, you didn't. Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Your Art Show, the podcast. We're on YouTube right now. We will be on the podcast app very soon. Brooke, thank you so much
Wait,
for
thank
being
you
here.
So much for having me. I love you.
Huge. I'm a big fan forever.
I'm a
so
big fan of yours.
That's happening. All right. If you guys have questions for the next art guests, I'll be announcing them soon. And let's get in touch. Email me, DM me, AIM. Is that what it is?
I aim.
You
Yeah.
can aim me.
MySpace.
And I have to pee again, so we out.
Yo.
We out. That weird breathing thing you do.